Welcome to Gearheads, the ultimate destination for everything automotive. I'm Philip,
Not Scholar.
your host on this thrilling ride through the world of cars. From iconic classics to the latest innovations, we'll explore it all, whether you're a petrolhead or just curious about what drives us. Fasten your seatbelts, this is Gearheads, where the journey begins. Aston Martin, a synonym for luxury and performance, boasts a history as rich and enduring as the purr of its finely tuned engines. Founded in 1913 by Lionel Martin and Robert Bamford in a small London workshop, the company initially bore the name Bamford and Martin. The duo's passion for speed and quality craftsmanship led to the creation of their first car, which are aptly named Aston Martin after Lionel's successful runs at the Aston Hill Climb in Buckinghamshire.
Alrighty, so Aston Martin actually is not a name, which is actually really cool to see because most names from car companies are people's names.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, it is a last name. So Martin was obviously Bamford and Martin, the duo. But the first word Aston actually comes from the hill climb, which is really cool to see.
Very cool.
Yes, and so um, we love Aston Martin here at Gearheads because they do some pretty cool things, and they are luxury and they are performance.
Other than Acura.
Yes, Acura, they say they're luxury and performance, but let's be honest, they're half luxury and no performance. So then we're gonna go to the early years. The
Mm-hmm.
early years of Aston Martin were marked by financial challenges, as every car brand ever, leading to the changing in ownership. Sir David Brown, an industrial, acquired the leader of the company in 1947 and left an indelible mark on its legacy. Under the leadership, Aston Martin produced the DB series, notably the DB2, the DB3, and the iconic DB5, forever and changed the popular culture and the James Bond series. Vehicle choice by James Bond. It was the DB model embodied a perfect fusion for elegance and high performance engineering, establishing Aston Martin as a symbol of British luxury.
Mm. And there were 7 James Bond actors.
Yep.
And the newest one was Daniel Craig.
Really?
Yeah,
Yep.
and so there was Sean Connery, David Niven, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Bronson, and Daniel Craig.
So I honestly, I knew Daniel Craig from his latest movies because he was the last dude that has done James Bond, and I kind of knew some of the other actors, but
I knew Roger Moore a little bit. I
yeah,
didn't know all of them though.
yeah, but it was really cool to see that 7 actors, and they had tons and tons of movies about the 00 series because it was so iconic. And the most iconic thing, which we're going to lead back to, is the car, of course. The British fusion of the Aston Martin, so cool and so delicate. And they do have little things about them that just makes them so elegant. And Aston Martin, they have a nice design quality, but they also have performance, which we will talk about a little later. Speaking of performance, though.
So some of the specs on it, it had a 4-liter engine. It was an inline 6, 282 brake horsepower at 5,500 RPM, and a torque of 288 feet. Then it was around 3,000 pounds. and a top speed of 145, which was pretty good for its time.
Really good, because it was made in 1963. Or, yes,
Yeah.
1963. So that was really cool. So it has pretty good performance. I don't know exactly what the performance specs was for that time, but that car was more of a elegant luxury car as well, I feel like, in 1963, because it looks like it's like the Rolls Royce of that time. But Rolls Royce was also made around there too, so I can't say Rolls Royce. Aston Martin is its own deal, and I think that they establish good looks and
Then in the 1970s and 1980s, Aston Martin underwent several transitions facing financial turbulence. Despite changes in ownership, the brand managed to persevere thanks in part to limited edition models like the V8 Vantage and Virage. The arrival of the V12 Vanquish in the early 2000s signaled a renaissance for the company, capturing the essence of Aston Martin's commitment to craftsmanship and innovation.
Very cool.
Yeah, this is where they started the V8 Vantage, which they discontinued for a while, then they brought back with the newer one, the 2021, 2017, that one.
Yep. The 2017 Vantage, right?
Yeah,
So they did. So did that mean they kept the V12 and that was the only engine that you could use from that point to that point? You think?
no. So they have two options for most of their cars: V8 or V12.
Right, but you said they discontinued it, the V8 one, right?
So I said they discontinued the V8 Vantage.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so
Just the Vantage.
yes.
Then they
Okay.
also discontinued the Virage, but they never bring that back.
Yeah. From what we know of, maybe they will soon. We will never know. But the craftsmanship of these were also very cool to see. So then in 2007, Aston Martin achieved a milestone by going public listing on the London Stock Exchange. This move marked a strategic shift for the brand, allowing it to secure funding for the future and endeavors. This decade also witnessed collaborations with Red Bull Racing, resulting in the groundbreaking Valkyrie. This hypercar showcased Aston Martin's dedication to pushing the boundaries of performance.
I saw the Valkyrie at Goodwood.
Ooh, we'll show a picture up right here.
It looked very good. They made there's three versions: the regular, the AMR Pro, and the Spider. The Spider actually has different doors than the regular one because the regular one has going, but the Spider has to be forward.
That makes sense too. And the Valkyrie is a very, very beautiful car. It's a hybrid V12 and stunning performance. I think it said like close to 1,200 horsepower and top speed, I think, of 250 miles an hour. Yeah. But overall, it's a beautiful looking car, and the actual performance is really cool. It was a great track car as well, and the really cool thing is it was actually built because of Red Bull Racing, which I love Red Bull and F1 and the drink itself. So.
Then Aston Martin's commitment to innovation continued in the 21st century with the launch of the DB11, but now the DB12, ushering in an era of design language and cutting-edge technology. The DB12 set the stage of subsequent models, including the Vantage and the DBS Superlega, each contributing to the brand's reputation for delivering a blend of power and sophistication.
So, we actually had a debate about this a little bit ago, but I always have liked the DBS Superleggera better than the DB12.
Me, on the other hand, I like the DB12
and
better than the Superlega. He likes the horsepower, but I like the elegance of the...
You like the elegance You said though that the DB12 was better on the track, I think.
Yes.
But in a drag race, that DBS is probably
depends who gets. If the DBS gets grip first, then yes, it will be faster. But if there's no grip, the DB12 will win.
Yeah, it's
So in our area, technically,
well,
the DB12 would win.
I don't know. I disagree. Right. Give us a comment down below which one you think is better. But we do not like electric vehicles. But Aston Martin says that they think that's the future. So as the automotive industry embraced the electric mobility, Aston Martin has adapted with the introduction of an electric-powered Rapid E and the promise of more electrified models in the future. Today, under the helm of Lawrence Strolls and Strom of investors, Aston Martin remains a symbol of luxury and performance, embodying a century-old legacy with the ever-evolving landscape of the automotive world. The Aston Martin Sega, marked by a resilience and a committed to craftsmanship, continues to enthuse and define the epitome of automotive legacy.
So we don't know if they're turning fully electric or anything, but it's just the start of electric car. The Rapide is the sedan, 4-door version.
We can show a picture up here again, like we said, but it's kind of sad to see because the smart car brands, they're most of them are turning electric, which is sad to see, but it's the way everything's going right now. And so, I mean, like, it's not really much to talk about here at Gearheads. So we're just going to push and move forward to the next segment, which is ranking. We're going to rank this car brand, and we made a choice before. He wanted Aston Martin to be number one, but I told him that would be a no-go. And we were arguing back and forth, and so we flipped a coin for it because we like AC and Aston Martin, and it turns out that Aston Martin lost, so AC stays in front.
Vote down in the comments who you think should be first.
Yes, but it's okay because this is just our ranking. You can always rank the cars as you go along too, as you start watching these podcasts, but right now it goes last. Acura. I don't want to say last but not least, because maybe I might stay last forever. Yeah. Luxury and performance. So it's so sad to see. But next week we are going to be doing the next podcast on Audi, which we are also excited to see. We also like Audi here.
Audi is very cool.
We like Audi because they range pretty good price ranges for the performance. Aston Martin also does the same. That's why we like Aston Martin, because the problem is if you're gonna make a good car, you gotta make it equal. Acura's evil. Sorry, but sorry, I keep getting Acura stuck in my head. I just hate them.
They're very stupid.
Oh man, but you have to make, to us, we believe that in order to have a good car, you need to have equal amount of money to equal amount of performance or luxury. Rolls-Royce, luxury, and they're worth that much because they have beautiful luxury, and let's say like Bugatti or Koenigsegg, they cost so much because they have great performance and luxury. And there's a reason why they cost that much, because they do a really good job at that, unlike some other car brands that we've also done in the past. So but I believe this is the end for this podcast. And anything you want to add on here?
We'll be talking about Audi next week, and we'll include their. They'll be coming into F1 soon, and we'll include their history on rally,
Ooh, very
which
exciting.
is very.
Ooh, it's already getting me a little psyched up.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for watching.